Turn your old rosin squish bags into MCT oil capsules.
My name's Adam Pepper. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you guys hit that like button and don't be afraid to shoot me a comment if you have any questions. Today, we're going to be learning how to use our old rosin squish bags in our edibles. And here I have MCT oil, medium chain triglycerides. These are the fatty acids that bond very well with cannabinoids. You're going to need multiple rosin pucks. These are leftover rosin bags from my previous squishes. The leftover cannabinoids in these rosin bags are partially decarboxylated. They do not need much time to achieve a full decarb. Decarb in the oven at 250 degrees Fahrenheit for roughly 25 minutes. Try to make sure that you organize the rosin bags at the very bottom of the glass so that when the oil's there, it's sitting within the oil all together. You want all the bags at the very bottom. You blend the two together, the MCT oil and the rosin bags inside the jar, and just boil on top of the stove. And the temperature doesn't really matter. I try to bring it up to a boil, but then I bring it down to a slow boil. Anywhere around 200 degrees is really good temperature for bonding cannabinoids. After roughly an hour of this boiling on the stove, you got to make sure that there's no pressure built up inside the mason jar. And looks like after roughly an hour, we do have some pressure. We don't want this glass to break open inside this boiling water, so I'll remove this, take the cap off for a moment, relieve any pressure that's in there, and then I'll place it back in the water for another 2 hours. I'll do this every half hour to 45 minutes just to make sure that nothing bad happens. There are always procedures you need to take to keep yourself safe at home, and this is one I recommend. Once you've allowed your jar to boil for roughly 3 hours, you can remove the jar, take the lid off, strain it through a filter. You can use a coffee filter. You could use another rosin bag. Myself, I'm going to be using a large size rosin bag. It just happens to fit over the end of the mason jar. And then I'll strain, drain, and then get insane. And there you have it. You have your final product strained and jarred, and then you've got your capsules measured and dosed. And that's how I make my edibles. One of those bad boys does me all night long.